to my channel. My name is Karina. Today I'm really excited to be here to review this palette for you guys, which is the highlighter palette by Huda Beauty from her Summer Solstice collection, which was launched last month. So if you want to hear my thoughts on this palette, if you want to take a look at swatches, then keep on watching. So I got this guy from Huda Beauty, which is an online beauty retailer from the UK. They do ship internationally. This guy retails for £40 on their website, and however, if you do not live within the UK or in the EU, then you're going to get a reduction in price since you're not obliged to pay the tax. So this eventually went down to £33, 33 pence for me, since I live in Hong Kong. So they do ship to Hong Kong as well, which is great. And you can also get this palette from some Sephora stores. However, if you do not have access to the stores which has this palette in stock, then you can also purchase from her official website, which I will link it down below. This retails for $45 on that website, and if your order is about $75, then you are going to get free shipping. So now guys, let's jump right into the product itself. So this is a palette, and this is the packaging. I think it's absolutely cute and gorgeous that she added this little highlight on her cheek and under the brow bone area. I think that's very cute, and she looks absolutely stunning in this photo, by the way. So the palette does come with this little plastic sleeve right here, which I'm going to toss it aside. And when you open the palette, it looks like this. You have one cream here and 3 powders. Sorry, it does not look brand new because I did play with it, and I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but I'm actually wearing this palette right now. I did apply Saint Tropez and Malibu on my cheekbones and Copacabana as a blush, and also Mykonos in my inner corner. Oh, by the way, I really like the fact that she named the shades after some holiday destinations, islands, beaches, because it does convey that vacation vibes, and it's summer, so that one I like. However, it's a little let down for the fact that she did not include a mirror for this palette, since it's a little on the expensive side. But generally, the palette does feel luxurious, and the packaging is really sturdy. It does not feel cheap at all, so I do think that they tried their best to work to live up to that price point. So I think that's okay for me. And overall, it looks really pretty. The selection of shades, especially Mykonos, is really special. I don't have anything in my collection before this, so yeah, I'm actually liking this. I really like this actually. Okay, now you guys, so let's get down and do some swatches. First of all, I'm going to dip my finger into Saint Tropez, which is a cream, and I'm going to swirl my finger in it. Okay, so this is Saint Tropez swatched on my finger, and now I'm going to swatch it on the back of my hand like this. Okay, so as you guys can see, Saint Tropez is a little golden subtle cream highlight. It's a little stiffer than I hoped that it would be, but it still applies very nicely, and it's swatched very nicely as well. I think you can definitely pick this up with your finger, apply this with your finger, or with a stiffer brush such as a synthetic brush. I think that would do better. And now I'm going to blend this out with my flat-headed brush right here. So now, as you guys can see, that it blends out to be quite a subtle, pretty golden sheen. So if you like a subtle glow, this is the shade for you. So next up, I'm going to swatch Malibu with my finger again, of course. So, okay, this is Malibu swatched on my finger, and I'm going to swatch it next to Saint Tropez. So I'm not sure if you guys can see that it's already a lot different from Saint Tropez. The effect is different. This might be the most blinding out of the entire palette, and the reflex is quite remarkable for this one. And when I blend it out with this flat-headed brush, you guys can see the reflex compared to Saint Tropez. It's definitely a lot more blinding, and it gives a lot of like reflex to it. So this is really pretty, and it's a bronzy kind of champagne highlight. So if you're into this shade and you like a blinding glow, or rather more blinding, then I think this one is the one for you. And next up, I'm going to swatch Copacabana, which is this pink shade right here. Okay, So this is Copacabana on my finger. It's a beautiful baby pink with a little purple shift to it, and I'm going to swatch it next to Malibu. So you guys can see it's very light, and when you blend it out with this flat-headed brush again, it blends out to be quite a sheer color, but it gives you that little pink sheen, which is very cute. So last, guys, I'm going to swatch Mykonos, which is this starter palette. It's a completely new thing to me, so I'm going to swatch it with my finger. So this is Mykonos swatch on my finger. As you guys can see, it is a purple with a little blue shift to it. It's very pretty. It's a new thing to me. I don't have anything like this in my collection, so I really like it, actually. And when you blend it out, it's definitely not as strong as I thought it would be, and I think that's quite intended because it's a highlighter palette. After all, it's not an eyeshadow, but it still looks really pretty. And so here are all the 4 shades swatched on the back of my hand. I bet you guys can already tell that Malibu is definitely the most blinding out of all other shades. So yeah, here you go, guys. So final thoughts on this palette. I'm not sure if you guys can tell that I'm actually wearing the palette today. Yes, I applied Saint Tropez on my cheekbone, then I layered it up with Malibu. I also used Copacabana as a blush, and I used Mykonos in my inner corner and under the brow bone. I would say that this is not the most blinding highlighters that is on the market. It's actually not super blinding, but it does look kind of pretty. It's a little more on the subtle side, but it is very beautiful. It looks really cute. So if you are into a subtle highlight, you don't like you're not used to very blinding highlight, I think you're going to like this, especially for the fact that I don't really have Mykonos in my collection. So if you like the selection of the shades, and if you want to support Huda, you like the packaging, you like a subtle glow, then this highlighter will be of your taste. You are going to like this. However, on the other hand, if you already have a lot of highlighter palettes and you are not impressed by the selection of shades in this palette, then I would say maybe you are not going to like this one. And plus, this is more on the expensive side, so I would say if you already have a lot of highlighters and you're not especially excited by the range of shades within this, then maybe save your money for the products that's launched in the future. I heard that she's going to launch a brand new eyeshadow palette, which I'm really excited about it, so maybe you would want to wait for that and grab that one instead of this one. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and if you want to follow my future content, please hit the subscribe button. I'll be really thankful, and I'll see you all in my next one.